I surrender to what is meant for me, and I release anything. I walk in alignment with that which nurtures my highest self, soul. I open my heart to experiences that bring clarity, bring harmony, that bring peace. And I welcome transformation, knowing that it leads me back to myself. Hi, everyone. How has your eclipse journey been unfolding? How are you feeling? How are you? As we approach this new moon in Virgo, which happens to also be a partial solar eclipse, this is a very potent moment. Since we had that first new moon in Virgo back on September 23rd, so much has been moving. Did you receive clarity? Did a sudden shift happen? Did you make a decision? Did a door open for you, or did something close? Maybe now you are finally seeing with clarity what this was about, what is ending, but also what is beginning. This has truly been a life-changing eclipse portal. It began with a new moon at 0 degrees of Virgo, and now culminates with a second new moon in the same sign, Virgo, which is rare, at 29 degrees. The final degree in astrology, we call this an anaretic degree. In astrology, 29 degrees carries a sense of mastery, culmination. It is the end of something. So eclipse at 29 degrees always ask us to pay attention, because from 0 to 29 degrees, that makes up the whole life cycle of a sign. There's 30 degrees in every sign. And so at 0 degrees, a door opened. Now that we're at 29 degrees, endings and beginnings are intertwined. We have lived through a full cycle of Virgo in just a few weeks. And so what closes here cannot come with you into this next season. It can't. But what opens here sets the stage for months to come. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Bell Astrology Podcast. I'm your host and astrologer, Ashley, and we have arrived at the final solar eclipse of 2025, happening on September 21st, just one day before the Fall Equinox. So if you are in New Zealand, if you're tuning in from New Zealand, Antarctica, God bless you, or the South Pacific, you will see the moon cover up 85% of the sun. Now for the rest of us, we won't see it, but we will all experience it deeply. This timing is so rare, and it's happening right on the doorstep of the autumn, the fall equinox, right when the sun passes the celestial equator. It's preparing us to enter this season of balance, equal day, equal night. To be whole, we must have dark, we must have light. It's spring in the southern hemisphere, it's fall here in the northern hemisphere. It's a turning of the seasons, inside and out. This has been transformational, hasn't it? For me personally, it's been a time of growth, clarity, and preparation. It's been a push to embody my highest self, to release what no longer serves me, and to really confront and hold with compassion the places where I have self-abandoned, self-sabotaged, gotten in my own way, all in the name of safety. And safety in the way of not that I've ever been in physical harm, but safety from my own fears. And this has brought me to such a deep trust with that which I know to be true. I know in my heart that I get to decide how I move forward. I get to decide the life that I want to call in. And I know that everything that is happening right now is exactly the way that I designed it to be. That I'm held by the universe, the divine, and that this next chapter, all of this work, all of this happening, I can't even tell you how good it's going to be, but it's going to be amazing. And it's that trust. It's that trust and that deeper knowing. And this whole experience of living through Virgo season in such a deep way, these last few weeks, has been about confronting and preparing myself for this dream that I'm calling in. Sinking in to the rhythms, trusting in the rhythm of life. Because that is the essence of Virgo. I have been pushed to release what no longer serves me, to confront those ways that I have, again, just not been true to myself, and have compassion for those tender places. And through it, I've deepened this trust, and it fills my heart in such a way that I know the dream and that visualization that I have, this is the time that's about practically making that vision feel real, become the reality, and start living it. And so Virgo season is about preparedness, cleansing and clearing and purifying and organizing and syncing up with these rhythms of life. That's the essence of Virgo. Devotion, ritual, weaving the sacred into our daily lives, into the small details of our lives. Virgo teaches us that when we cleanse the space, and whether that be all the things, our minds, our bodies, our habits, we open the door for our vision to take root. And so as the moon crosses in front of the sun, as it does during a solar eclipse, our conscious identity, which is the sun, is overshadowed then by our inner world, our emotional world, our soul, our truest essence, which is the moon. And so we're called to go inward. We're called to go inward. We're called to pause, to listen and surrender to something greater than our plans, something greater than our to-do list. And I'll share this briefly, this experience that I had earlier this week. With this, I had such a pull to do just that. I was in my office. I was so overwhelmed with heaviness and the to-do list, and obligations and so many amazing things lining up, but feeling completely overwhelmed and overwhelmed by my own perfectionism and need to control. I felt completely ungrounded and swept away. Anxiety, desire, all completely overwhelming me. So I literally had to escape my office. I literally had to run into the woods. My dogs were like, "What is happening? Where are we going?" I sprawled out under a tree. I just laid on the ground and allowed myself to just be, to come back to myself, to ground myself, let the earth feel me, and surrender everything to that moment. And that moment reminded me that, and maybe this will land for you too, surrender doesn't always mean just giving up. Sometimes it means giving in, going all in, that thing that we've avoided, that we didn't think that we could have, that felt like too much. Going all in on that which we know to be true in our hearts. And when we do that, what naturally falls away then, what naturally gets surrendered, is making space for what is so aligned. And that is what this eclipse is asking of us. From 0 degrees of Virgo to 29 degrees of Virgo, we've lived an entire cycle. And that last degree, that degree of mastery, of urgency, of completion, did you get the lesson? When a planet reaches the last degree of a sign, it gives it all that it's got. It's a last ditch effort. Did you pay attention? Did you get everything out of this? I'm going to throw everything of this essence, all the lessons that we've learned, and make sure that you are truly ready to leave this part. Are you ready to release what's not coming with you into this next chapter as you cross this threshold into the new? Eclipses accelerate change. They bring closures, they bring breakthroughs, they bring quantum leaps. This one has been preparing you for what is next. So Virgo's medicine is the daily rituals of our lives, the small steps that anchor the dream into form. Yes, the shadow, though, of Virgo is perfectionism and control, and maybe some of that has been bubbling up for you. The shoulds. I should be doing this. This should be going this way. I should be doing X, Y, and Z. But the medicine, Virgo's deeper truth, is you are already whole. That you are already pure. You are already worthy. That desire that you have, the reason that you have it is because it's already yours. And so instead of gripping harder, instead of trying to hold on, hold a line, can you soften? Remember your wholeness. Let the little things, the details of your daily life, reflect that divinity that you already carry. And since this is Virgo, this eclipse invites ritual. It invites you to visualize. And you can do this. And the reason that I say this is it invites you to visualize because we are experiencing these eclipses that are happening between Virgo and Pisces. They're oscillating between. Pisces is the dream. Virgo grounds the dream into reality. And so to help connect to, one, what was this all about? What was that all about? But also just to prepare yourself to notice exactly what you should be noticing. This is a perfect new moon for ritual. What daily practices, what small steps can help me anchor this vision into form? I know I've been doing a lot of meditating, a lot of reading, a lot of journaling. My rituals, my little steps of intention that I take, I am doubling down on. And this started with Virgo season. What daily rituals can you organize, can help you organize, can help you prepare so that you can anchor this vision that you have into form? Now, I know that this eclipse has been intense. I know it. For a lot of people, it's been life-changing. It's been so ungrounding. And what's so beautiful is that something that I have been really wanting to do for a long time, I finally got the nudge in my heartstring to do that, which I'm very thankful for, was to share some guided practices that can help others raise their vibration, to help lighten the energy. See, Virgo is the sign of the server, the healer. Virgo just wants to serve and to heal, and that is true the essence of why I do what I do. That is why I love that I get to serve in this way. And I get to share my light, and that light creates ripples, and that ripple spreads out throughout the collective. And so we're all entering this new chapter, and I want to help prepare you. I want you to go into this new chapter grounded with renewed strength, embodied, empowered. And so I have created a guided meditation to help bridge this liminal space between where you've been and where you're going, so that you can find some grounding, find some inner strength to help you through this period. Now, I've posted this on my YouTube channel, Ashley Bella Astrology. I also have this linked in my bio on Instagram if you want to find it there, or it is on my website, ashleybellaastrology.com. This is something that is my way of just offering some support. We're all growing through this together. This eclipse is going to be most potent for the mutable signs. So Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, Gemini. If you have any of those signs in a big way in your chart, if you have any planets at 29 degrees, this is also going to be very potent for you. But for everyone, for all of us, the Virgo house in our birth chart, that area of life, shows us where these endings and these beginnings are unfolding. And I want to remind you that yes, eclipses can be very sudden. They can bring change super fast, but they also unfold over time. And so over the next 3 to 6 months, this eclipse story is going to continue to evolve. So trust in the timing, trust in yourself. There's no need to rush, although you may feel that urgency. Again, this is a 29-degree eclipse. You may feel that completion, but take the lesson from Virgo and act with intention, right? And ask yourself, what is ending for me now? What is ending for me? What can no longer come with me? And what vision am I ready to embody? We've lived this full Virgo cycle from cleansing, clarity to completion. And now we cross into this new season. We are on the doorstep of Libra season, which I'm sure you'll listen to that episode after this one. Affirm with me. I surrender to the clarity revealed in me. I am ready to embody my most aligned self. I trust in the timing of my becoming. So as we move into Libra season, you can reflect, who have I become? And how will I carry this purified essence into what's next? I want to thank you guys so much for listening. I have heard so many stories from you on your eclipse journey, and I'm so honored to help you shine through that, to connect with yourself on a deeper level to your own eclipse story. I've been right there with you. I've been growing and going through this too. But if you're ready to connect with yourself on a deeper level, sign up for a birth chart reading with me. We can meet virtually. If you're local in the Brainerd Lakes area, we can meet in person. But this might just be the perfect time for you to dive into your story. And I'd love to be the one to hold up that mirror for you, to reflect back to you, maybe those little places, pieces of you that just need a little bit more room to shine. I just want to thank you. I have so much gratitude in my heart for those of you who watch, that listen, and I want you to know that I truly love to serve in this way, and thank you for allowing me to do that. Thank you so much for listening. I am wishing you a grounded, clarifying, and empowering solar eclipse. From my heart to yours, bye for now.